Welcome to another special episode here at Sura TV Feature Edition. My name is Vincent Muyanga, and we have an extraordinary guest today. We'll be reviewing his specific talents and how he uses his skills, creativity, and expertise to change the future and today's world. My special guest is not just a graphics designer or maybe a video editor, but this one is a budding entrepreneur shaping the world with creative ideas and fixing the knowledge that he has into the practical world today. And if that is not satisfying enough, he's a HR graduate, having the best skills to understand people and to bring out their best skill. This person wears many hats. I want you to join me as we uncover this whole story and know his journey and how it can impact you today. His name is Muyo Denis. Stay tuned. As promised, today here at Sura TV on the special review, we have an extraordinary guest on the show today. His name is Muyo Denis, and he's going to be giving us more insight about himself and how his specific skills and talents have been able to shape his own career and those who are around him. Help me welcome Muyo Denis to the show. Dennis,
Yes.
tell us something about yourself.
All right. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be in this show first. Thank you for inviting me. And my name is Denis Muyo. I'm an HR graduate, and I specialize in tech, in the HR tech part of HR. That's why I specialize. And I've done some few things regarding graphic design. My field, I started as a graphic designer, then integrated to tech, and now I'm into the tech part of HR. Thank you.
As a HR graduate, and now graphics design and video editing and the techie stuff, what specifically inspired you to move away from the traditional expectations that we have of HRs?
All right, thank you. So, as just like everybody says, when they started in tech, they started with the basic stuff such as Microsoft Word, learning the basic packages of computer. And so they were too basic for me. Just simple stuff, learning simple stuff. I realized I needed something more from MS Word. MS Word is just not learning the publish and such stuff. It's so limited. So I needed something that's more integrated. So I got into Photoshop and graphic design. I integrated into video editing and then into coding. So my journey has been so progressive from the basic tech skills, from the basic computer skills to a more tech savvy approach.
So I've heard in your description some parts on graphics design. Graphics design is a very creative industry. How do you manage to fix creativity in the midst of your technical skills and knowledge? How do you put them together to produce something that looks like what you do?
Oh, sure. Thank you. In the whole process of graphic design, there's something we call inspirations. So you have to be inspired before you create any graphical concept. You have to be inspired. Well, many designers take the inspirations from nature. Some others, like me, I don't take my inspirations from nature, but I take my inspirations from other people's work, from my mentors. So before you do any concept, any graphic concept, you have to be inspired to do it. So inspiration plays a very big role, and then you go into the ideation part, and then you go to the design part. Okay. And so to integrate all these things, you really need a very strong system of doing things. You need a very strong system of drawing inspiration from wherever you draw them, a very strong system of design and ideation. How do you put your ideas together? What do you want to achieve? Yeah, I think that's the whole process.
So in graphics and video editing, what tools specifically do you use?
Well, in graphic design, majorly I use Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Illustrator. Okay. And in video editing, I use Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro, and Adobe After Effects. Those are my best tools.
Premiere Pro.
Sure.
Premiere. Okay, so Dennis, Adobe and Photoshop, we can get it online. We can study it using YouTube.
Sure.
What makes you float in the market? It's such a saturated field, and everyone can actually do it in such ways. What makes you stay your job specifically?
All right. Well, in every industry we have the top cream. People are the top cream. People have mastered their skill. People have mastered their craft. So when you get into this pool, it has so many people. There's so many people who are not experienced, who are not producing the best. So you have just to be the top cream. You have to have a proven track record of that you can do this. You have to study hard. You have to improve on your systems so that you may stand out.
So you have already made your ground on that level.
Yes, you have to make your ground.
Would you describe yourself as part of the top cream now?
Yes.
How many years has it taken you to get there?
4+.
Wow. Oh, recently there was an event. It was accompanied by a lot of volunteering functions, and you're a proud volunteer for different non-charitable organizations actually. What motivates you to give back to the community in such a strong way?
All right. Now, speaking on giving back to the community, well, we have two distinct things here. I'm studying, I did graphic design so as to make money. And so when it comes to giving back to the community, you don't have to make money by giving back to the community. And there are very many ways of giving back to the community personally. Well, it helps me to get more clients when needed. So you don't just volunteer to the community just blindly. Just say, because at the end of the day, you have to make a living out of your skills. So your skills must bring something back. I have volunteered to the community, to some charitable organizations. So you just go find some organization, a very potential organization, but they're struggling with something. Maybe they don't have a designer. And then you say, guys, I can do this for free for you. I'll do it for you. I'll not judge anything. I just do it for you. And then at the end of the day, you're able to get some clients from them. You're able to get some high-end referrals by volunteering, and through maybe you can get some very rich, very, very, very nice partnerships.
Very nice partnerships.
Very nice.
So how do you disseminate between being an opportunistic individual in such volunteering is such a humble field?
It is.
And according to your description, is like there's a lot of capitalism somewhere in between. How are you balancing those two?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned capitalism. Well, if you're a capitalist, you're aimed at profit making. You just want to make profit. And so when it comes to volunteering, you're not making any profit. But still, because the capitalism is in you, you have to have something that you're looking at, that at the end of this volunteering, I'm going to get, perhaps I will get some gigs or some deals, some very nice fat deals. They say fat deals.
Fat deals.
That are going to make me, that are going to repay back the time that I volunteered into this organization. So, well, in the very first intention in volunteering is not making money. You have to set it right. That I'm not going to stress the manager of this organization to telling them that, I'm designing this for free, but it costs such and such dollars. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to do it for free, and you're going to maintain the quality, the top quality, and still you're going to do it for free.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to set your priorities right first.
So let me ask you,
going to guide you.
Yours specifically, when you start, which direction are you planning to take? Are you on the capitalistic side or on the genuine volunteering side?
Personally, from my history, I have been on the genuine side.
Genuine side,
yeah.
So you don't have any ulterior motives with this organization on the fat deals?
Yeah, actually, those deals have come as a result of my volunteering, as a result of my genuine intention.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you weigh within yourself that you really wanted to do volunteering, or is it just a scheme to tick some boxes or maybe add some flowers on your resume? How did you properly determine where you are at? Because we have had so many experiences of people just doing it for the sake of having that included in their description. So what helped you drop the chalk?
All right. So at some point, when I am in very many communities of graphic designers, and I usually see when people decide to help you out. So that sense of humanity, when people try to help you out, when you go to a graphic designer or to somebody, not even in the graphic design community, in any community, you just go seeking for help from some people, and they're willing to help you. And so I realized that I should give back to this community, because at some point someone helped me, just with no strings attached, with no intentions, no goals, no
openly.
openly. people decide to help me. So I'm giving back to the community, because once in a while, at some point, I was helped too. So I need to help some organizations that is struggling with graphic design, that is struggling with tech, that is struggling with branding. I need to help them.
Okay, wow.
To increase their visibility.
So apart from your skills, you are a very strong entrepreneur here in Narok Town.
Sure.
For how long have you been in the entrepreneurial side of business?
Well, from the year 2022.
2022, those are 2 years.
2 years.
So your most dominant startup was VersaTech Solutions.
Sure.
What does VersaTech do?
VersaTech, this is what I usually say. I don't call it a graphic design company or a web design company. I call it it's an IT consultancy company. We deal with IT consulting. If a company needs our services, we can only consult for them, give them a quotation and everything, and then we employ our staff to do the work. Okay. So we major mostly in IT consultancies, meaning that other IT companies can come to consult from us. Okay. So like we are at the top.
Okay.
We're on the top of every company.
Top cream.
Top cream.
So is VersaTech registered?
Yes, it is.
It's a registered organization.
It's a registered organization. Company. Yeah.
Okay.
Private-owned company.
How was the process of registering the organization?
Just like any other. Yeah.
Did you find it difficult? You have had so many startups facing difficulties when starting up. They don't have sufficient capital. How did you do it?
Before I registered this company, I really worked hard to get the money to register. And first, you have to, if you have to register a company, you have to work on your structure, your system. You have to work on revenue streams. Don't just register a company and then the company is just there dormant. It's not making any money. So you have to know what your streams of income are, and you have to prove that they are working. So that will give you an edge when you're registered at the company that it's not going to be dormant. So when I was registering, I really worked on the revenue part. So first that, and then on the team part. And so registering is just like any other company. You go to eCitizen, just register, get the name, get everything, the bank, everything's just running.
Okay.
Sure.
So how do you think you're helping the country as at this time? You have your own startup, you have your volunteering activities. How do you think your impact is being felt in this country?
Okay, well, speaking as a Gen Z.
Did you participate in the demos?
Come on.
Sure enough, an answer.
I prefer not to say. But as a Gen Z, I am actively showing to my fellow young people that it's doable. You don't have to wait to be 50 years old to own a company. You can chase your dreams as young as you are. You don't even have to wait until you graduate or until you are 30, until you have a family. You can do it right now. So I'm preaching the gospel of taking risks.
Okay.
As young as you are. Right now I do not have the liabilities of a family, taking care of a family, kids, I need to spend time with my kids. I don't have that. So I am able to put my eggs in this basket. Yeah, because I'm young, I have so much time before I get a family and I get old, a family can.
So let me get this.
Talking
about family and other individual passions, how do you balance these two? Because we are not even done in your whole description of the different hats you wear.
Sure.
How do you keep these together? Your business, your volunteering, your passion, and your own personal desires. How do you put them together? I also know you're a church guy. Very devoted church guy.
Amen.
How do you put them together? How do you juggle all of this?
It's like a food chain. One leads to the other. Yeah. You see, what can I say? They intermarry each other. So I'm into the tech part. Into the tech part leads me to church because I'm helping some people out in the church to do some church stuff, training people through church on projection part, on design, how to edit videos and do voiceovers. So I'm able to interact with people from church using my design skills. I'm also able to interact with people in the marketplace using my design skills. So I'm wearing all of these hats everywhere. So there's no one specific hat for
it's an infinite loop.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a loop.
Wow.
Sure.
So when I listen to your description of what you like doing, has it ever occurred to you that maybe you might be sidelining your HR degree Does it come to you in that way, or does it strike you that way? Because even as you were mentioning this infinite loop, the first description is with the tech part.
Sure.
How do you see yourself sidelining something?
Well, many people ask me this question, and they ask if I'm sidelining my HR expertise.
And what do you tell them?
Well, this is what I say: I am not. I'm integrating HR into tech, or tech into HR, whichever comes first. We have a field in HR called HR tech.
Okay.
It's integrating the routine systems of HR, to automating them into tech, so that tech can do AI and tech can do such routines. So that's what I'm doing.
Now, let's look a little bit into the future as we come to the conclusion of our discussion. So, let me know. You're a man. You've also described yourself in that way, wearing many hats.
Sure.
Does it come to you that maybe you've become a jack of all trade and maybe a master of none?
It's a myth when people say when you're a jack of all trades, chances are high that you're a master of none. Well, as for me, everything that I've done, I have always made sure that it's up to expertise level. Yeah, so when I start any venture, I always take it to expertise level before I take it out there and tell people that I'm expertise in this. So everything that I'm doing, I'm at the expertise level. That's why I've not mentioned the HR tech part so much, because it's still in the rollout, still coming right up. Yeah.
So what is your specific personal metric that you use to confirm? Because much of what jack of all trades do is that they expand their breadth, but then they don't go into the depths.
Sure.
So what metric do you use to confirm that you are an actual expert, that you're actually digging to the core of your specific field?
Right. So you have to check what you're bringing into the industry and into the existing systems in the industry. Do you beat them? If my system can beat those systems, and if it is appreciated by the existing systems, and maybe if it threatens the existing systems, then yes, it's up to expertise.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to cross-check with the existing systems. You have to check if it beats, and if it's introducing something, it's addressing the current trends in the system.
So, in the coming few years, with all these hats that you wear, where do you see yourself focusing on?
Well, in this era, we know we're going to the AI and the AI stuff. So, well, I would love to, in the next 5 years or so, I'd love to integrate all the tech, all the AI stuff into every process that I'm doing. Okay. So that's it. AI is the future.
That's where you want to.
Yes.
You seeing yourself
Yes.
in the next few years.
Yes.
Wow, that's so enlightening and motivating to some extent.
Thank you.
So Denis, you sound like a very ambitious person, and with ambition comes a lot of sacrifice.
It's true.
So Denis, what have you had to sacrifice?
Talk of relationships.
All of them.
Many of them. Talk of many relationships that I've had to sacrifice. Talk of sometimes family time. Time with your family, you have to sacrifice it. Talk of things like money that you'd have gone to party. You
as a Gen Z.
Yes, you have to buy some driver. You have to purchase some online course with some money. Yeah, it's a lot of sacrifice, and blood and sweat.
And do you regret any of the sacrifices you've had to make?
No, they paid out. They paid out. Really, they did.
So you're saying that the way you have pursued everything is going according to the
yes. And actually, if I would talk to people, is anything that you're sacrificing yourself to do right now, please don't give up. It's going to pay out someday in the future. That thing is going to pay out. Those sleepless nights that you're spending learning a new skill, they're going to pay out. And learn as many skills as you can. Someday they're going to pay out. Just look at in your field, anything that is in your field. Look at the trends that are in your field. What do you need to learn? Learn those things right now.
So many people sometimes fail to recognize the magnitude or the weight of luck in their operations. Do you think to yourself, you give the major share to your skills and expertise, or maybe is there a greater percentage of luck that you're not willing to admit is into your different activities?
All right. Well, I'm not a believer of luck. I'm a believer of hard work And maybe there's some quote that says that luck is when preparation meets chance, or preparation meets opportunity. So you have to be prepared. You just can't stay and wait on luck, sleep when your door is open, waiting for luck to just show up one night. So you have to put in the work. You have to put in the preparedness so that you wait for the opportunity. When the opportunity comes, that's what you call luck. Well, as for me, I'm more inclined to my skills, to believe in my skills, that my skills will pay off, not just finding some guy somewhere and being lucky to finding them. So no. I have to be prepared to meet the opportunity. That equals my luck.
Wow.
Sure.
And my last question, what legacy do you want to leave behind? You're almost graduating, you're at the top of your market, you've told me you're in the top cream.
Sure.
So this being the conclusion of our small feature, what are you targeting to leave as your legacy? I also understand that you're very ambitious in the parts of legacies.
Sure.
You follow up about individuals who have left very great legacies in the modern world, so and even in the past world. So what is yours specifically? What legacy do you want to leave with those who watch you right now and everyone else who will interact with you in your environment?
Thank you for that question. Well, in the tech world, we have so many innovations that we need to do. Well, one thing in the tech, we cannot invent anything. Everything has already been invented. We just innovate whatever is there. Well, with my legacy, I really want to innovate on the telecommunications part. If you can have a telecommunications company that is covering the whole of Africa, we've never had such. That would be my biggest legacy. Just ensuring that people can talk securely, can communicate securely in different parts of Africa. That would be my very biggest legacy, and that will be my very biggest legacy. And I'm living that dream. Before I die, I have to see that dream come true.
He's living the dream.
I'm living the dream.
So Denis, maybe the true last question.
Sure.
where can Sura TV come in between in your legacy? Where do you think we can play a part? We can finish the block.
Let me figure out. Let me think. What can Sura TV feature in the whole of VersaTech?
Yes.
Sure.
In VersaTech, in your legacy production, we want Sura TV somewhere.
Maybe we could open a very reliable media house called Sura TV in partnership with VersaTech to be streaming these programs to the young people out there, showing them that your fellow young people are doing it, so you can also do it. Well, I think we can use Sura TV to encourage young people who have dreams to join us and showcase their dreams, and to join us, work with us, work with Sura TV, with us. Sura TV is now part of us. To work with us to showcase to the world that, yes, young people are doing it.
We can make it.
Yes.
Wow. That's so nice. So, folks, I believe you've had all you can and you've grasped as much as you could. This is a very great innovator and a very strong entrepreneur in our modern world, and Narok has really felt the might of his feet stumbling around this city in the different industries, and we hope that the tech industry is also ready for this great guy to do wonders in that field with the legacy that he hopes to leave behind. So from Sura TV, my name is Muyanga Vincent Mudhama. Make sure you always stay tuned, subscribe to the channels that we have, like our pages, and make sure that every content that comes up, you've left behind your comments. Tell us what you're expecting to see next. We'll be sure to bring it forward and for you to benefit. Otherwise, from this side, I'm going to sign out. Remember, Sura TV is where you'll get all the best content with not only Muyanga Vincent Mudhama, but other great, talented individuals with the right skills and the right mindset to bring you to the brighter future and a tomorrow that has legacy holders like my friend Denis here. We'll be keeping up the interaction, and once we've made the partnership with VersaTech Solutions, Sura TV will be at the forefront fighting the battle to bring that technology into the modern world and every skill that we have. Make sure you're always with us, now and every day.